History remembers the jewels. History remembers the scandal. It remembers the wild rumor of a queen who told the starving to eat cake. But history usually forgets the woman. They took my children. They took my crown. They even took my name, leaving me only with a number. Prisoner 280. I am sitting inside a cold cell in the Conciergerie, the waiting room for the guillotine. The air reeks of damp stone and decay. Beyond these walls, I can hear preparations already underway for another execution. Tomorrow, it will be mine. But tonight, I still possess one final weapon. A piece of paper, a quill, and the truth no revolution could destroy. My name is Marie Antoinette, and this is the story hidden inside the last letter I ever wrote. They call me Madame Deficit. They say I bled France dry while I played at being a shepherdess in my private hamlet. Perhaps I was naive. Perhaps I was a pawn in a game far greater than I ever understood. Standing here, in the shadows, that life feels less like a memory, and more like a fever dream. Gold, silk, music, laughter. All of it disappeared faster than smoke. I watched them take Louis. I knew what awaited him long before the verdict was spoken. But losing my husband was not the cruelest thing they would do to me. They took my son, my daughter. They separated us until I could no longer hear their voices. History remembers the queen. Only a mother remembers the silence that follows when her children are torn away. The crowd never truly wanted justice. They wanted a symbol, a throne to destroy, a dynasty to erase. By the time they transferred me from the temple prison to this place, I understood. There would be no rescue, no loyal soldiers, no carriage waiting beyond the city walls. Hope had quietly packed its belongings and left without saying goodbye. The guards rarely speak to me. Most avoid meeting my eyes. But even inside a prison, humanity survives in unexpected places. One guard, whether moved by pity or conscience, agreed to look the other way for just a moment, long enough for one final letter. Not to diplomats, not to emperors, not to kings who had already abandoned me. I wrote to the one person whose love I still trusted, my sister-in-law, Elizabeth. If they kill me, do not let them tell my story for me. Tell them I did not walk toward death as a tyrant. I walked as a mother. I'm not writing about politics. History will argue about politics forever. I am writing about something revolutions can never judge. A human heart. I want the world to know that my final thoughts were not of palaces, or crowns, or power. They belonged to my children. Every word feels dangerous. Writing is forbidden. If they discover these pages, I may never even see the trial's end. The ink blurs beneath trembling hands. Not because the room is cold, but because every sentence feels like saying goodbye all over again. I write about the darkness, the damp walls, the sleepless nights, the insects crawling across the straw beneath me. I write about praying and wondering whether God has turned his face away from France, or whether France has turned its face away from God. For the first time in many years, I am not a queen. I am simply a frightened woman, trying to leave behind something more honest than the rumors. This letter is the last heartbeat I can give the world. Morning is coming. I know because the prison has changed. The footsteps are louder. The doors open more often. Somewhere above me the tumbril is waiting. The rough wooden cart that will carry me through Paris. While strangers cheer, and children point at a woman they have never truly known. How quickly applause becomes hatred. How quickly a crown becomes a crime. I do not know whether this letter will survive. Perhaps it will be hidden for years. Perhaps it will be forgotten inside an old chest. Perhaps someone, centuries from now, will unfold these pages and meet the woman history buried beneath its myths. If that happens, then they never truly silenced me. My name was Marie Antoinette. I was Queen of France. I was a wife. I was a mother. And now, I am simply another soul waiting for sunrise. The footsteps have stopped outside my door. The lock is turning. They believe a blade can erase a life. It cannot erase a voice. If you are hearing these words, then somehow, I survived after all.